I got the eye of the tiger, the champion. You're gonna hear me roar.
Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Over the next 6 weeks, we'll be looking at different niches in the photography world, which will culminate into an artistic composite for the series finale. This week, we'll start with the world of floral photography. Floral photography is a great place to start with photography because photographing flowers gives you the opportunity to learn about lighting, how to adjust your exposure correctly. Also, it gives you the opportunity to play with depth of field and experiment with that. And photographing flowers gives you the opportunity to play with different angles. I'll show you what I mean throughout this video. What's great about flowers is you can go both wide and narrow with them. What I mean by this is you can start off with landscapes, or you can go little and close up with macro photography, which is what I'm going to be more focused on today because of the end result that I need for our composite video, which is in 6 weeks time. So I'm going to go outside with my camera to show you real-world application of the techniques and how you can photograph flowers. But I'm also going to take a couple of shots in studio for the controlled lighting, purely for the purposes of our series finale. So I'm going to start you off with our outside photos. Hopefully the weather will hold up. We've been having a bout of very cold, dreary and rainy weather. So obviously if it starts raining, we'll have to head back inside, which sucks. But that's fine. That's just how life is. Alright guys, as you can see, it is quite bright and light outside. It's just very overcast. It might rain. I don't know. We'll see. Hello Everest. In the background there's our beloved puppy Everest. Everest, say hello interwebs. Anywho, so we are going to start off with this seemingly insignificant flower. It doesn't look like it has any potential to it whatsoever. But I'm going to put on your screen right now the images that I'm about to take now, so that you can see what you can actually accomplish with even the most simple flower. So the next flower I'm going to show you has a bit more interest to it, and it is these fellas right over here. What I like about these is they have like this sunset color glow to them, and I might actually use these for our season finale composite image, but I'm still undecided, so it's a journey. We'll see when we get there. So let's get a couple of shots of these, which you will see on your screen right now. So guys, for the very last flower, I noticed my camera stopped recording. I'm sorry about that. Okay guys, I'm in the studio now. It's nighttime, and just a disclaimer, this shit is seriously addictive. Time just completely got away from me while I was shooting the macro florals, so that by the time I finished, it was time for me to fetch my daughter from school. So I haven't been shooting at all since then. She's officially in bed now, so we're going to do the rest of the shoot in the studio now tonight. Okay, so what you'll see behind me is two of the flowers that I took from outside that I brought in. I chose these because I just think they might work the best with what I'm planning to do as our end result in 6 weeks time. So what I've done to actually get them to stand up is I'm going to fetch it so I can show you. So I've just taken one of our old hot chocolate containers, punched 2 holes in the top, and on the inside I've just stuffed it with tissue paper just to help the flowers stand up straight. So there you'll see the flowers I've selected. So I've got it popped up here on the table. My flowers are a bit top heavy, so they do push the container over. So I think this would work much better if you popped something heavier like sand inside your container, or even just using a proper box, which I just did not have, so I had to go with the container. So I'm just using my knife, which I used to puncture the holes with, to kind of balance it out. So if you are ready, let's get started. Alrighty, so here we have it. This is what I'll be shooting with. This is my Canon 5D Mark II. I'm just going to switch it off. Never do this, you will damage your camera. So basically what I'm shooting with, and this is what I used outside as well, although outside I just used the lens. This is a 55 to 50mm macro lens. And then I'm pairing that using extension tubes. They look like this. This is actually 2 to give you a bit more of an extension. And these are actually macro extensions. I have no idea what brand these are. They're not marked with any branding, and I've had them, oh my god, since way before I had my daughter. I think I've had them since 2014ish. And there we go. So basically how these work is you pop your lens onto it and it basically becomes part of your lens, and then this part, as per usual, just goes into your camera body. Bob's your uncle. Alrighty, so usually when shooting macro you do want to use a very small aperture, as small as it can go. For this camera, well, for this lens, that would be f/22. Although I'm shooting indoors, I'm not going to use my flash right now, so I'm going to keep it down at f4.5. So I'm pushing up my ISO instead, and then stupidly I'm shooting on 1/40th of a second. Also with macro, especially if you're shooting outside, you want to keep your shutter rate as fast as possible, because the flowers will move with the wind, etc., which is what happened with me this afternoon. I've got quite a steady hand, so I'm just going to chance it. So the thing with macro is you can't look at an overall image. You have to get real close in to really see the different parts of your subject, because it's literally, as the name suggests, it's macro. So instead of looking at the flower as a whole, your lens is just going to see that teeny little part over there. So I think the first shot I want to try and get is of, because this top part is quite dried, I want to try and get basically that as a focal point with this tethering away. The next thing I want to shoot is, looking at this one, is these yellow flowers at the bottom. So they're half open, so I want to try and get one of those. Also again with the bright yellows tethering upwards towards me. Flowers is a great way to start off with your photography, just because A, there's a bunch of them, B, they are everywhere, C, they have characteristics of their own, and they are so versatile to photograph.
What I've learned the most from photographing flowers is just angles and perfecting my exposures, which is basically your two most important things in photography, any photography. And then obviously learning how to read light and what would look good. So the final picture I want to take is something completely different. I'm going to shoot that with a wide angle lens because this one I'm specifically going to use in our series finale, the composite. So I'm going to use that camera to kind of show you a first person view of the shot that I'm trying to get in the end. So there's my two flowers in their container, and what I'm aiming to do with the wide angle lens is basically to get that shot. And as you can see with the white backdrop, the contrast between the colorful flowers and the white backdrop will make it easier to separate these flowers in post-production to basically be on their own and masked out.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week where we will be exploring landscape photography, which is one of my favorite niches of photography. It's amazing. I mean, you can use it for your travel. It's just cool. Yeah. Remember to hit that like button if you like this video. Also, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. And if you've already hit that subscribe button, remember to hit that bell icon to get post notifications every time I post a new video. Here's my social media handles if you'd like to follow me on there for more content, sneak peeks and behind the scenes footage. And until next week, get out there, explore, keep shooting. Bye!